Welcome at a channel update. For today I would like to talk about the upcoming uploads for next week. I would like to talk about the things that are going to happen in the future, and I would like to show off my website. But before doing that, I just want to tell you, long story short, why I didn't upload for 1 month, and that is because I had problems with my recording at the moment I was starting to render stuff. At the rendering I keep getting an error. I have been updating everything, I have been re-recording, re-rendering, keep getting these problems. Someone looked at my computer and basically kinda did the same thing with a little bit of extra care for my computer. And then just at the moment I thought it was fine again. I was starting to get problems again with the rendering. And you know, it was 2 weeks later at that point, and it was eating my time a lot. So then at that point I actually decided that I'm going to need to reinstall Windows, because I've been busy for like 2 years on this computer, writing, rewriting on my hard disk, moving stuff over and again. And I'm doing really a lot on this PC. So I had a lot of files, a lot of saves, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been setting up everything onto a external hard disk. I needed to make screenshot of all the settings of my OBS, my video program, all kinds of stuff. I have been busy a lot trying to take care of that stuff getting fresh again. I got fresh Windows. After that I had to download everything, I had to update everything again, all the drivers and the whole shebang. And at that point it was like 1.5 weeks later, and I'm still moving stuff from my external disks to my PC, because sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I need to have some stuff, and then I forget that it's still on my hard disk, because I'm not going to put over like, I don't know how many, half gig or something, no, half terabyte of stuff. I'm not gonna put everything over because I don't need everything. I just need a few certain things. So at this moment everything should be fine again. I got a little bit demotivated because I was just busy rolling with Blender and all kinds of stuff. Things went fine until this problem. So that's what I just wanted to say to you guys, that it is done, it's over. Next week I will start uploading a quick tip, which is very handy for the note editor, and I will also upload something of the rigid body, which will show you how you can use it, how you need to do the options, and or how you can change it into a model. I have been doing that on my other channel, which I'm going to remaster some of these tutorials from my other channel, which have been made with Blender before Blender 2.8. I want to make them better, I want to make them shorter, because why not? It has to be done. And for the future, there will be quick gouts. Quick gout is something just like quick tip. I hope I pronounce it the right way. But quick tip is something that is between 0 and 5 minutes, and quick gouts are between 5 and 10 minutes. It's still quick, a little bit longer. So that is one thing that will come up. For the future, I want to do a character, but I actually would like to wait until Blender 2.81 is officially released, because the sculpting mode has now something extra. You can now sculpt with quads, and that is very handy, because when you sculpt with quads, or you actually remesh your model to quads, you can just use the paint editor without problems. I will just explain you very short. I had this character made for this competition of Grand Abbott, and then I wanted to texture paint on it, but because it was all triangles, it caused problems. And people were saying you need to do the topology and all that kind of stuff. That is just a lot of work for just a few dots and pimples onto this character. You can actually see it down here, just a few of this neon green texture painting stuff, which this character, something sort like of, is what I want to actually make when the Blender 2.81 has officially released. We're just gonna make a simple character. We're gonna do some sculpting, very tiny bit of sculpting, And we're gonna do some texture painting, and what I also would like to do is some boning, some rigging. We're going to give this guy some positions, just a little bit of everything. It will be like very short tutorials, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I will also do a video editor tutorial in the future, because Blender has its own video editor for the people who doesn't know that. And I think we should also spend some more attention to the video editor in order to not only to keep it alive because it's free, but also to make Blender Foundation realize a lot of people are actually using this. It was actually at the Blender conference, if I pronounce it the right way, that there was one of these people who actually also talked about the video editor. And he also been saying there should be a lot more attention spent to it. I've been testing it last night, and I think it's a very good editor compared with the past. I've been trying it in the past, and it was laggy, it was buggy, and it's a lot better already. It's even so good that I'm thinking of to actually use it as my video editor for the future. I'm not straight away going to use it. I'm just going to mess around with it, see how things go. Because also one thing I noticed, it needs some color balancing, which you need to use some nodes. So I will just figure out all kinds of stuff. And when I think it's good, when I think it's happy, I will also ask you guys, do you like the color balance of the video that I will upload in the future? And then I'm going to make these tutorials about it. It's going to be very handy. And yeah, I also think we can just make it more famous and make more people use it. So that is that. And I got a website. I got these Wix commercials coming into my screen and of other website builders. And then at some point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give it a chance. And ta-da, this is my website. It does looks very different from what I have seen in the commercials. That's because I started from scratch, or scrap, whatever you would like to call it. This website has something extra. Now we're just going to explain you a little bit about this. Now down here you can see the news and updates, which every month when I'm doing something, I will just post it down here. The month of October will of course move down, and then the month of November will be put it on top. Here you can see something that I've been adding, a new page called Node Screenshots. This is going to be something extra. The Node Screenshot is something that I'm not going to show on my YouTube, but something on my website. Maybe it's also good to just, lure people to my website, to take a look around, keep an eye on it. For the future there will be a lot more stuff. The website will be updated. The website will get some extra functions. It will also get a member page, which doesn't cost anything for you, any other for me than just making it. It will be like more of a private section, and then you will get a password via Discord or whatever. And a lot more stuff will come up, but it will come along the way. Now I just want to show you that, of course, here it says Blender English. This page is what you're looking at right now, and when you click on it you will see some things. Now of course at this side this is Blender Dutch, which is my other channel. This is the Dutch stuff. You don't have to look at that if you can't read Dutch. And of course in the middle I've got here my art gallery, so when I click on this you will see a few of my artworks down here. Of course more will come in the future. Now, when you just hover your mouse on it, you can see here tutorial for beginner, and I will just show these videos in a very compact page, so you don't have to go through all of these playlists and look on my channel. You can just go here and start up these videos. Of course, here I got the quick tips, which will a lot more quick tips will come up. For example, next week with the node editor, something very nice. Over here there will be materials. For the future there will be a lot more materials added. And the new thing that I got here is the node screenshots. Now here at the node screenshot, it's just, simple to understand. I will just take a screenshot of my node editor and of a subject down here. a little bit of text which says light up a texture for cycles and Eevee. Use this if you don't want to add lamps in your work but still want your texture to be visible in the dark. You can just open it big like this. It should be visible, it should be understandable what happened here. Now if I would have messed around with the options, I will just put that in the piece of text which you can read down below. In this case I haven't been doing anything than just add an emission and disconnect the emission, so this texture will just light up when I would click on render. You can see the textures even though I haven't added any lamps. Now this is actually what I wanted to tell you guys, have a little bit of an update of what's going to happen, what happened, things like that. So for the next week, you can expect uploads again. For now, enjoy your weekend and thanks for listening.